Okay, so for this one, I would like to finish his head, and then once I got his head finished, we'll do his hair. I don't know what his hair looks like anymore, and then we're gonna add details and maybe the background. Background might be in the next video, but yes. Okay. Okay, there's the face shape. So there's the ears, we won't be adding them yet. We need the facial guide, of course. Okay, so this is his hair look. Honestly, I think it's pretty good, so we're just gonna use it. Okay, so his hair is done.
have two different pumps. The hands don't look right. The hair is moving back into the neck again. Every single button is different color. In
Do
the
I like
background of
that
one of
that
your
hair's
thoughts, you
going?
have minds moving as a whole,
We'll see.
except the mind then turns into a man. I want to believe that you're a legit artist. These are not what you got. And then
Yeah.
we have the nail in the coffin. A couple of artists got together and did some crazy digging research. So this was posted on Instagram by user Tyler Art, with also an artist AIN, Lucia Aranda Art, Ileana Hope Author, and Willow Wisp Artistry, all tagged as well. I think they all exist together. In their case, we found her account in an AI generating app. All of her prompts, what artwork she sent, the commissions with timestamps and everything. She is mostly known as Nadia X, before she rebranded herself as Juan Outlier. And then after our last call out, created a new account named Light Art. And it has, we don't condone harassment bullying, but this time we condone Black people for scamming and bringing awareness to other people affected. Because they were doing commissions for authors. And people were getting a lot of money. So we got an anonymous tip with a screen recording of the live feed of the EG Journey app. The person tipping us recognized the style of the light and sent it to one of us. We then investigated. We had to watch the live feed.
Oh gosh.
Wait, that's actually wild. Did they just sit there and like wait until a prompt pops up or like a generated image pops up? Once we found her, we could see she created her account in 2022. However, we couldn't see her prompts. We took the risk thinking it had seen her, and we had to pay to access her account. And then we saw it all. Roughly estimated 50,000 prompted images. How do you even prompt that one? We had to scroll for 5 hours without a break to reach the end. 3 hours of it alone were spent reaching January 2026. So, which means she generated most of the stuff starting with the August. Imagine scrolling that long on an Instagram profile and still not reaching the end. On this account, she commented for both of her profiles, long and long. We already highly suspected those two accounts were the same person based on other indications, but this feels and shallow as I also think she used a different generative app other than Ichi, considering that I couldn't find all the character art for the Fawn account. So those background clothes dragons were made in Ichi. And take a look at these. You can see the images that show up. Here are examples of artwork from the Moonlight account. This
Okay, so guys, since we're nearing the end of the video, I want to show you guys something. Where did I add it there? I don't know. But, so I got this PNG tuber, and I will be using him as a reference for this. So basically, we went over AI tracing. We went over AI tracing and why I don't support. But now, if this were not my PNG tuber, I didn't draw it, but I'm allowed to do anything with it. It's what the rules said. If this were not my PNG tuber and I were just tracing over it, then that'd be called tracing. And that, even if I only trace the ears and like do my own thing for this hero here, I still traced the ears, which means these are, which means these are stolen. Okay, so this, that is traced, which means my artwork is still partially traced, which means technically that is art theft because I just took this person's drawing and I just traced over it, which is not a good thing, guys. Anyway, I'm gonna pull up another PNG tuber I got. So, okay, bye. Bye, my little ones. Oh, it's the end. Goodbye, my little goslings.